Hey, what up, decisive marketers? We have covered quite a few SEO content optimizers. So far in my channel, I've talked about Phrase, WriterZen, we've talked about outranking, and also Bloggerly. And today we have yet another SEO content optimization tool, but it seems really different, and I'm actually somewhat impressed because they do focus on some of the SEO optimization features that are not really looked upon by other tools. And I think that some of these tools, they should just work together and build something better. But everyone has their own ideas, and I would just like to share about this tool today. It's called SimilarContent, and it's a SEO content optimization tool. And what makes it stand out from the rest is that they have a TF-IDF checker. They also have a ranking predictor. Of course, wouldn't know how accurate that would be, but they also have a SERP checkers, right? Somewhat similar to WriterZen as well, and they also have a very I would say quite powerful content rewrite feature that I don't actually see it with other tools, right? So and at this point when I'm making this video, they also have a AI writing feature going to be added on into SimilarContent very soon as well, right? So before we dive into SimilarContent, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like to see more digital marketing and e-commerce content. So here we are in SimilarContent, and what I'm going to be doing first is to jump into the topic difficulty checker. So what you can do with the topic difficulty checker is you can put in a keyword and put in the location. You can even put in cities. It does not just work on uh countries itself, but also like cities and states. So that's where it's really interesting, because you can optimize your content for local locally as well, right? So and you have language and also the device. And once you hit search, one thing that I find really funny with SimilarContent is that they have this icon here, which is for editing, right? Or it calls it load results, but it looks like a duplicate icon, which was really confusing for me at first. And they have this spinning gear, which allows you to change the theme of the tool, but it seems a little bit uh you know distracting when it's spinning all the time, right? But otherwise, these are just small little UI comments, and I have done a search previously, so I'm going to be using that. Okay, just give me a second here. Seeing some messages that came in. Right, so I'm going to jump in right here. So this is I'm going to be putting in one of the articles that I've actually written with ScaleNut previously. So this is where this is actually the keyword Cherry MX Switch gaming keyboard. So it says that the keyword effective index is easy, like super easy. That means it is actually easy to be indexed and ranked somewhat in the search results, and top score achieved. So this says that based on the top 10 results, right? The top 10 results, the highest optimization score belongs to this keyword, this article right here, which is ranked number 4, right? And the backlink difficulty is 20.7, right? So it is somewhat on the easy scale to rank. And then they have cost per click, which is the data is not available here. No search volume, no average click. So so what I'm going to be doing now is, let me try putting in a topic right here. I'm going to just put in SEMrush, and I'm going to be searching for this. So it's going to be running in the background, so I'm going to ignore it for a while and see, maybe just probably this keyword just does not bring us any data, or maybe it's not ready yet. Okay, that could be possible. So and this is where it starts to get interesting, right? Is that it tells you the keyword, what's the frequency, based on the competitors, or the average frequency, switch. Sorry, the next keywords, and they also have TF IDF data, right? So this is where it looks a little bit interesting here. They tell you that your article needs to have a frequency of 2, so that you can achieve a TF-IDF score of 0.015. Now, the first thing you need to understand, what is TF-IDF. TF-IDF means term frequency inverse document frequency, right? So it means that within your document, it should have the keyword switches appearing at least 2 times. I think I'm not sure if this is a percentage or it's just a number of times. So it should appear at least about 2 times, right? And the TF-ID, and then you will then be able to achieve a TF-ID score, IDF score of 0.015. So what TF-IDF score means, right? It means term frequency inverse document frequency, right? So term frequency means that within your article, how many times it appears on the, basically how many times the keyword has appeared in your document, and also and then inverse document frequency means that out of all the articles out there on Google that mentions this keyword switches, how many are actually relevant to the topic, right? And that would be a ratio, right? Because switches can be many things. It could be switch, your light switch, or whatever it is. So that is going to appear many times. But when we talk about switches in this article itself, which is the Cherry MX switch, what is the relevant articles in regards to all the articles that is out on Google, and then you take your your term frequency and do a ratio comparison, right? And then this is the score that you get, which is 0.015. So it's saying that you should optimize for this if you were to write your article. And the next thing is your Google sub analysis. It actually does somewhat a competitor research, right? It's not as detailed as something like WriterZen or maybe Rank Tracker, right? Of course, Ahrefs and so on, but it tells us that okay, this article, it has a content optimization score based on similar content factors, right? It's 14.3. and chart. So I'm not really sure what chart is, and RD, I would think that this is I think like maybe ranking difficulty or something like that. I'm not really sure what this is, but it tells you how many backlinks they have. So Cherry MX, this website, which is the official website, they're getting 214 over thousand keywords. Sorry, backlinks that is pointing to the domain. So hence it's ranking really well. And this sorry not domain but this page itself, right? And then you've got PC Gamer on this article itself. It has 49 backlinks. Okay, and I think it also appears here, which has 0 backlinks. It appears again right here with 0 backlinks, right? So this gives you an idea, like would this article be easy to rank if you get some keywords and backlinks, some backlinks in, right? Then you might be able to rank your article right here. Okay, so the next one will be the similar headlines. I personally don't feel that I mean, every single tool that's out there that I review, they will not be good at everything. But this one, it's one of those that wouldn't be very good. So it gives me headline analyzer results. So what I'm going to be doing now is just to search for this keyword right here, and we are going to grab the headline, and I'm going to paste it in here, and we can analyze the article. Right, so it says that it is relevant, somewhat relevant, and it has a neutral sentiment and 0 emotion score, right? So one thing I don't really understand is, what is it, why is this, why and how is this relevant to what I am talking about, right? So this one is even more relevant, but it has a positive score, it has an emotion score. So I'm not really sure what the headline analyzer is for, but uh you know I guess if you have somewhat a sentiment and emotion score, it makes it a little bit more interesting. I do not know, right? So that's I don't really understand what the use of the similar headline feature is. I guess maybe it's something that they are still working right now. And we've got the topic uh, idea generator right here, so I'm going to click on generate, and it's going to give me some ideas on what to write with on this topic. Okay, so I have searched for SEMrush. Is it ready? Let's take a look. I think it's already ready. Let me just refresh. Okay, so we got a report ready right here. Okay, let's see if there's any PPC data and so on. Okay, while they are both still loading, let's jump into question analyzer. Okay, so there we go, right? So it seems that it is not really giving me the CPC data, search volume data, and average clicks. So let me just also just kind of verify it's if this feature is actually open. I think that it is not really out yet. I guess it's something in a work in progress. Okay, so there we go, right? So we've got topic ideas from the keywords. Okay, so these are what you want to be probably talking about, that are mentioned in there. Let's see what this is. Okay, let me try export. Let's see. Okay, so it gives me an Excel file. I think what happens is that if I select all this and I export this, it's gonna give me like an outline. Okay. Okay, it just exports all the data in here. So this is not really useful, I think. So what I think is that it just kind of exports everything. So what they should sort of be doing is allow us to maybe select this and create a outline for for the article, right? Then that would be a much better workflow, somewhat similar to post paste, right? So next is question analyzer. So you can put in the keywords in here. Let's find questions. Okay, no data available. Let's try gaming keyboard. Okay, no question found as well. Can we try iPhone and see if we get anything? Okay, so they got some ideas in here. So um I think this is based on like website. Can we try, let's try SimilarContent.com and see if we get any questions. Okay, so let's try Wikipedia.org. Okay, I think that maybe this feature here is not also well developed yet, so I'm just going to skip that. This one is where I am actually somewhat impressed by, right? So let me just jump in and grab the content in here and make use of the content rewrite tool. I am actually somewhat impressed by the content rewrite feature. So let me just share that with you. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab this section in here. Okay, maybe let me just grab this section in here and paste it in here, and we can rewrite this entire paragraph, right? So this is what it says. It spits out 384 words, and this is what it says, right? It says a mechanical keyboard is a computer peripheral that uses mechanical switches to generate keystrokes. So it removes the D, right? The keystrokes, right? So the keys of a mechanical keyboard are built into the device case instead of the chassis of the device. So this makes it easier to understand. And each has a spring switch rather than a spring loaded switch, right? So it makes it simpler. When you press a button, an electrical contact is connected to the switch. So it removes this additional information here, that this additional words here that would seem like a little bit of a fluff, right? So when you release the mechanical keyboard to generate a electrical signal, the spring retracts and return to this original position. The mechanism allows any key on a mechanical keyboard to generate a electrical signal when pressed down. So it rephrases some of the content, which I kind of like it. The mechanical keyboard is a keyboard that uses small moving parts for each key. These keyboards are generally used by gamers because of the increased speed offer a higher speed than standard keyboard. So rather than increase speed, they offer, right? So the mechanical keyboard is designed to withstand years of heavy use. This is achieved by switches which are made from metal and rubber instead of plastic and silicon. There are many different types of mechanical keys, but they all have some common features that make them work in a similar way. Okay, so some they as much as possible they try to rewrite it, right? Okay, so that's where it goes, right? So like for example, I probably would move this around. But in general, I think that they have done quite a good job with the content rewrite tool. It is, of course, because this was generated by an AI, so then this comes out as a little bit lacking in the flow and emotion. So I would still edit this a little bit because in the first place this was generated by an AI anyway. Okay, so then next one is the keyword density. So let's use this keyword density. I guess we can copy this and paste it in here, so then we can check the keywords. Okay, and it tells me the okay. So one thing really interesting is that uh in the it tells me what my keyword density is, but not just based on single words, and also on phrases, which is two words, and also like three word phrases as well. So I think this feature here is also really useful, because sometimes when you have the keyword here switch, and it thinks that I am keyword stuffing, but actually it's not. When you look at two words and three words, then you see that, hey, I didn't actually heavily optimize the keyword switch, because it is just relevant because my topic is about the switch. Is going to appear a lot more often in the article anyway, right? So this is I would say this is somewhat useful as well. And then we've got the share feature here, so you can actually share your keyword density data, and it usually it will last for 72 hours. Okay, so you can send this to like a writer, and they can jump in and edit for you as well. But the link will expire after 72 hours, so you got to send them a link again. So I think that I guess they could somewhat improve on that as well. And lastly, let's jump into the content optimizer. So here's the content optimizer right here. Okay, so what we can do is I've imported the article here. You can actually copy and import a link from the web, and you can pull that article in as well. So I'm gonna hit on check now. Okay, is it checking now? Okay, I because I've already opened the tab right here, so let's use this, right? So it says that it is optimized 22 out of 100, right? So the highest score is 39.6. So if I can push my article to a higher score, then I would have a better chance of ranking above them, right? So it says that this is my keyword coverage, and then the number of words, number of characters, and my TF-IDF score is 3.131. Okay, so it tells me my terms as well. It says that, let's see here. Okay, let me just jump back into projects again and open it up. Okay, so there we go, right? It says that I have 31.7 of my score. So I think it was actually it kind of got confused with the okay. Let me check now. Okay, it was working fine earlier. I think. Let me just refresh this, right? So it was working fine earlier, but I think probably there is still some issues with this tool here. Okay, so I think maybe it took some time to check the optimization, right? Okay, so but it seems to be working fine now. Okay, so here we have the keyword coverage, and then it is giving me all this data right here. So it is saying that I might want to reduce the number of terms for switches and switch. So when it's red, it means that I may be over optimizing, and if it's green, then I am somewhat optimized. Okay, because as in I did mention the keyword, and if it's orange, I did not mention the keyword at all. Okay, so and then we can also generate subtopics. Okay, so this data would then will help you to give you more ideas to write your subheadings. Okay, and then you got your ranking predictor, and it says that with this keyword I am likely to be ranked higher because the article is much more optimized for this keyword. And then we can check for the readability score as well. Okay, and it says that the readability is B. It's has a score of 61.7 for the flash reading ease. Guarding Fox score is 10.9. What's the reading time, speaking time, sentiment, and so on, right? So that's the readability features. So pretty much that's all with SimilarContent. I think that overall, it does something that the other SEO content optimization tool does not do, uh, and I think that it is it is actually pretty useful because it checks for TF-IDF, and also you got your sub checker. And I think what I'm most impressed about is the content rewriter, right? I think that's all I have. If you were to ask me, I think that this could be uh, complementary to some of the tools that you have for your SEO content optimization right now, because it does focus on certain things that some of the other SEO content optimization tool does not do. And that's all I have to say about SimilarContent, right? Let me know what you think about SimilarContent in the comments below. uh, if you know anyone who could benefit from SEO content optimization tool that does very good content rewriting features, be sure to share this video with them. And lastly, let me know, do leave do give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video.